Alrighty, we are back finally with the second episode of the All Advancements series. I believe last time we ended with 23 advancements, so we're about 18% of the way there, but those are just the easy challenges, so I'm definitely farther than 82% away from finishing this challenge. So let's just get started by grabbing the dragon egg, because that is also an achievement. Oh. Alright, second try. Let's not punch the dragon egg this time. And there we go. Okay. So I'm going to bring just what's necessary for me to go into the end gateway. So I'm going to try to just get to one of the ships and grab an elytra. That's the goal. Alright, I usually like to put a trap door here just so that I can get back in and out without having to use an ender pearl. And here we are in the outer end. I'm going to try my best to use the F3 menu again to determine how far the nearest city is, so I'll get back to you guys once I figure that out. Alright, not really sure if I'm just bad at this or... Oh! Never mind. I guess I'm going to go that way because it looks like there's already something over there. Unfortunately, I don't think I see a ship. That just looks like a really small city with maybe a chest in it. But in terms of every other direction, I don't really see anything that's promising. So we're going to head that way with the limited blocks that we have here. Alright, I'm actually going to go ahead and craft slabs. It's a lot more dangerous, but I'm going to do it just because that looks like it's a couple hundred blocks away. And I definitely don't think I'm going to be able to reach it with my full blocks. Okay, I've used pretty much all of my blocks and I'm still not there. So I'm just going to chuck an ender pearl over here and make my way over to this end city. I'm going to have to grab a bunch of blocks though because eventually I'm going to have to build. So I might as well get that done now. Oh, okay, there's another achievement. Okay, sweet. So yeah, you can actually use water buckets to float downward while you have levitation in case you're ever in that situation. It's a little hard to do sometimes, but if you get the hang of it, it's actually really helpful. I don't believe there's any chests in this city here, which is probably why it didn't appear on my F3 menu. But there are 2 shulkers at the start, so let's see if I can get at least 1 shell from them. Nice. Okay, we got 1 shell. Not bad. So we can make a shulker box here. Not that it's going to be too helpful right now, but definitely later we're going to need a lot of these things. And if I end up getting enough loot to keep going through these cities, then I'm definitely going to want the shulker box for storage. So I'm going to keep running off in this direction and see if I can get to a city. Oh, okay. So we finally, at max render distance, have things on our pie chart. So now I can do the same thing I did in the nether the last episode and try to find the distance. Are you serious? Is that the second time that that's happened? Screw the F3 menu, we're running straight to the ship. Oh my gosh, there's 2. Okay, this is looking really good now. Oh, there's 3. If you can see on the left side of my screen, right over there, I'll probably do a circle around it. You can see 3 end cities all next to each other. That's amazing. Whole goal now is just not to die. That's the goal. Alright, there's quite a lot of shulkers, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw my ender pearl here. If you aim right at the ladder there, jump and throw it. Should be all good, landing right on the ladder. Now there's, I think, 3 shulkers that spawn on here, so I just gotta deal with them. I think 2 of them are outside, 1 of them's in here. And this is the last part before we get the elytra. Perfect, and there we go. Sky's the limit. Probably one of the most important achievements that we could possibly get. It's going to make this so much easier, and it's going to make it way safer. Let's go ahead and see what we get in these chests, too. Okay, not too bad. Definitely going to need some resources, but I really want some good tools as well. Like, that's pretty decent, and that's also pretty decent. But we're also looking for some diamond stuff, because eventually we're going to need a full set of diamond armor that turns into a full set of netherite. So we either need a bunch of diamonds or a bunch of diamond armor. Oh! And we get local brewery from taking the potions out of there. Perfect. So a little trick, you actually don't have to enter the room. You can kind of just go outside here and mine through the wall. Hopefully I don't get hit by these shulkers though. And we got hit by a shulker. Curse of Binding. I really do not want to put that on because then I'm going to have to die to get it off. But I will definitely take that and that. Not too bad. I'm in a predicament now. Okay. Definitely not the situation I want to be in right now. Grab this chest here. Okay. Another piece of Curse of Binding. I'm just not going to take it because I really do not want to put it on. And I'm going to go ahead and take the obsidian from that ender chest. And then we'll get out of here. I could also do this challenge while I'm up here. Perfect. So yeah, when you're up in the air with levitation and you eat a chorus fruit, it'll drop you straight down all the way to the ground level, which gets the achievement for levitating up 50 blocks from a shulker. Ooh, nice. We got some really good pants there. And a pretty decent helmet. Ooh, wow. Okay, so some pretty decent stuff here as well. Alright, let's see what's in here. Okay, not too bad. We're also looking for the, I believe it's the Spire armor trim, which is going to be needed for the 8 armor trims achievement in the end. So it would be really nice for me to be able to get that now and not have to come back. So we're definitely going to be on the lookout for that. Oh, sweet. Okay, we got it. And we got a mending pickaxe. Sweet. Okay. So this is a huge success. Hopefully one of these has smite 5. Okay. Alright. This is looking very good now. We have pretty much everything we need. I'm just looking for a little bit more diamond armor. And I think we're good after that. Okay, this might be the smallest end city you could possibly have, but it does have 2 chests, and I'm going to probably get another shulker from it, so can't really complain. Ooh, okay, sweet. That is kind of exactly what I was looking for. Just a little bit more protection, and I'll try to get some shulker shells as well. Alright, this looks like the last end city in this batch here. We'll check what's in it. Oh, nice. Some pretty good armor. And we want to get a few more shulker boxes. Maybe 1, maybe 2. Just so that we are sure we have enough storage for completing this series. Alright, the last shulker of the city. Not too bad. We ended with 4 total shulker boxes. I'm fine with that. Alright, here we go, and, oh, let's go ahead and try that again. Alright, we are back in the normal end, so we can finally go through the portal and return to our bed location, which is going to be in the end stronghold. So, we're still not back. And before I forget, we're going to grab up the items we left here before. Alright, let's grab up everything here, and we'll head back home. Alright, we've made it up to the surface, and this place looks pretty familiar. So, I think our next goal is going to be getting back to the spawn chunks, because we're going to be wanting to set up shop there for a bunch of reasons, but I'll explain those in a later time. Alright, another thing we're going to want is a lot of gunpowder, so we're going to need to kill a lot of creepers here. I've got a looting 3 sword, so... Are you serious right now? I'm going to be using my looting 3 sword to get as much gunpowder as I can, so that eventually I can just get a bunch of firework rockets and not have to worry about anything. Alright, bee's nest. Hopefully we can get this challenge done. Nice! Total bee location. Alright, so I believe that's when you get 3 bees in 1. Yes, 3 bees in 1 using a silk touch, which I think is just completely random, whether you have 3 bees or 2 or 1 or none. So I guess we got pretty lucky. That's my second bee's nest that I've gotten so far, which we're going to need bees in a later time for honey-related achievements. Oh, there's another achievement, and I think this should get me one too. Maybe if I kill it with it. There we go. Way too much work for 1 pillager shot, but not bad at all. Alright, would you look at that? This is where it all began. So I'm still collecting a lot of sugarcane and gunpowder because I can create rockets with them by just adding paper and gunpowder just like this. So now we have 39, an extra gunpowder. That is awesome. So we can start our next goal. Alright, might as well grab up this achievement while we're at it. We got a seedy place, so add another one into the books. Alright, quick little fishing break, and that might be all the fishing we do in this entire world. Sorry. Alright, so I decided to add colors to all my shulker boxes so that maybe eventually I'll be able to tell them apart. For now, I just have some random stuff in there, and I'm working on getting all of the stuff that I don't think I'm going to be needing into this chest. My next goal is going to be enchanting. I want to make sure that I have a good sword to go through the entire series. I need looting on there, mending, and a few other things. Probably smite. I also want to look for a mending book and also enchant for a channeling book because I'm gonna have to strike a mob with lightning eventually using a trident with channeling. So we'll get going on that. Alright, I'm gonna need some wood to do some enchanting, so I guess let's commence the montage again. Okay, not too bad. We got 40 dark oak logs. That should be good for now. I might grab some more in a bit, but for now, we'll set up our enchantment table right around here. Alright, so we've got 15 bookshelves here. Just gotta place them right around here. No particular order, but what I usually like to do when I have an enchant table is surround it with 15 like this and then throw an anvil here. Unfortunately, I don't have enough iron. I need 3 more to make an anvil. But as you can see, this is level 30, so we're looking for a few things. I want a maxed out pickaxe, I want a sword that can one-shot wither skeletons and have looting 3, and then we're also looking for channeling, and then some things for our elytra, most importantly, unbreaking, because we can't get mending from an enchant table. Ooh, piercing 4, we also are going to need that for a crossbow challenge called Arbalistic, where you have to hit multiple mobs with 1 crossbow bolt. So that is pretty nice that we got that. Alright, I'm breaking 3 on the book. That is one of the things we need. It is nighttime, so I'm going to go around looking for some more creepers. I also don't even have a bed, so I can't sleep if I wanted to. So we're going to go get some gunpowder. What the heck? There's 5? I just remembered another achievement that I think I can get from just catching a fish in a bucket, so sweet, there's another one. I did just go mining. I got a bit of lapis and a bit of iron, so we can actually make our anvil and finish enchanting now. Alright, we now have enough for the anvil. I have a few things I want to anvil, like adding some things to my boots, combining some pickaxes and stuff like that. I'll finish up enchanting and I'll let you guys know all the highlights. Come on. Ooh, nice. Oh, wow. That was the first time we've slept in this world, apparently. I thought I slept in the end, which is kind of weird. But, okay. Alright, that should do it for all my enchanting for now. I was able to get enough pickaxes to make a maxed out pickaxe, as well as getting a breaking and a pretty good sword. So, all in all I'm missing, I think, is a little bit of levels to combine things, and also that channeling book, but I can get that eventually. Just gotta hope that it doesn't thunder, because thunder is very rare, so we want to make sure that we have the trident for when it does thunder. Alrighty guys, I think that's going to end it for the second episode of the Advancement Hunter series. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm having a blast with this, and I did not expect to be making this much progress this quickly. So make sure you guys stay tuned. I'm going to be continuing this series for sure in the near future. and hopefully we can end up getting all those advancements. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.